Bonjour, I am Katja RAUSCH. If you are listening to our introduction to swarm ethics as a CEO, a manager, an entrepreneur, or a group leader, you have already a 50% swarm ethics mindset. Why? Because you feel that the traditional hard-coded, rather static, highly individual approach to ethics so far has not been conclusive for your business. You feel that ethics can be a competitive advantage and mostly a differentiating factor to navigate through complex and uncertain times, and be the ethical glue your company needs to align values, technology, and people. We have designed a toolbox which is easy to implement and effective for purpose setting, both to solidify your company's ethical DNA, your genetics, and your employees' collective energy. Swarm ethics fully deploys its uniqueness and effectiveness through the sense of purpose you instill in your company and the sense of empowerment you give your employees, your clients, your ecosystem. This will have a sustainable effect on your business and set you apart from your competitors because your company embodies a meaning, which eventually will generate brand charisma. The productivity boom we all have been promised might not be found in generative AI plugins. Why not instead build on authenticity, alignment, and propelling collective values? Think of Patagonia. They are using swarm ethics, collective and decentralized, purpose-oriented behavior, where people flock to and are proud to be part of. Now, to complete the remaining 50%, give us a call, shoot us an email, and we will set up an initial talk. Let's shape together your ethical architecture, and let swarm ethics become an agile, yet resilient and robust binding and bonding driver for your business.
Swarm ethics is a new paradigm for decentralized collective ethics, and above all, it's a necessity. It is a necessity because in this modern, complex, brittle, dynamical world, it is rather impossible, or at least terribly limiting, to understand the individuals as standalone entities, as the traditional ethics do. Instead, we need to understand them as individuals within dynamical and open societies, nodes within complex networks in which we can exchange information, we can describe our own values and synchronize with those who align with us. In this sense, new ethical principles, new moral rules are born and raised and emerge from all those collective actions and thoughts. Here thrives swarm ethics, because it enables to recognize, understand, and eventually address those movements, those dynamics, in order to find a nucleus that could help us make sense both of the synchronization towards certain objectives and potentially even of the polarization of different ideas that can disrupt both the world as we know it and our corporate objectives. And in this sense, swarm ethics builds upon the most recent complex system theories that allow us to pinpoint and understand what goes on, how societies are thriving, not anymore in a sense of relativism between static and fixed ideas colliding, but instead in a mutual exchange of information, of values, and eventually of stakeholders' goods. Therefore, swarm ethics would help us to progress further and help us understand the challenges of tomorrow.
Welcome. This is Dr. Ingrid VASILIU-FELTES. I would like to introduce you to a new concept that has the power to augment your current enterprise initiatives, preserve your brand, and shape the future of ethics. We find ourselves at a pivotal moment, a time of transition to a decentralized Web 3.0, where frontier technologies converge, and our global workforce is becoming increasingly hyper-connected. In this nascent era of multimodal, multisensorial, deep tech-powered ecosystems, hybrid augmented intelligence will become increasingly dominant. How can we navigate this transformative landscape with integrity and preserving digital trust? We would be thrilled to collaborate with your team in designing and deploying a customized digital ethics program rooted in the paradigm-shifting potential of swarm ethics. Swarm ethics is a concept born at the crossroads of academia and business, blending anthropology, complex systems theory, and digital technologies to create a new framework for ethical decision-making. By tapping into our collective intelligence, we can shape the ethical landscape of an enterprise at its core in real time, with rapid scalability and via emerging consensus. Why would you or should you consider swarm ethics? In an era where enterprises must carefully balance their desire to gain competitive advantage and maintaining digital trust, traditional ethics approaches might not be suitable for all forward-thinking companies and their evolving innovation portfolio. If you need a system that rapidly adapts and continuously evolves, one that thrives in the face of complexity and uncertainty, swarm ethics might be the right approach for you. Imagine a world where your enterprise initiatives are guided by a horizontal grouping of autonomous and interconnected individuals, a digital open biosphere that fosters collaboration and innovation. Swarm ethics empowers you to harness the collective wisdom of diverse minds, creating a dynamic and responsive ecosystem that adapts to change. Furthermore, in this era of hyperconnectivity, perception action is key. Swarm ethics acknowledges humans as complex systems, functioning in a complex ecosystem, allowing us to navigate the intricacies of ethical dilemmas with a holistic understanding. By embracing mutuality and empathy, we can blend collective swarm intelligence with individual emotional intelligence, fostering ethical behavior at scale. How can you make this transition? It starts with a willingness to embrace change. Reach out to us, have a chance to meet the pioneers of this novel ethics approach, and embark with us on a journey of building digital trust.
Welcome to our fascinating journey into the world of swarm ethics, where collaboration meets morality and collective decision-making blends with the wisdom of many. The unexamined swarm is not worth swarming. These words remind us that even in the buzzing chaos, self-reflection and evaluation are essential. Swarm ethics have great significance for our ever-evolving society. Whether it's decentralized decision-making in different technologies or the remarkable behavior of social movements, we witness the power of the collective in action. But let's not forget the importance of nurturing a harmonious swarm. Like any successful team, it requires effective communication, trust, and a shared sense of purpose. It's about finding the right balance between the individual freedom and the group objectives. Remember, it's not always about being a busy bee or just going with the flow. It's about channeling our collective energy to create something truly remarkable. So let's embrace swarm ethics as we navigate this complex world, celebrating our diversity, harnessing our collective wisdom, and leaving a positive impact that resonates far beyond ourselves. I would like to thank you very, very much for joining us on this wonderful journey, wonderful exploration, and let's swarm towards a brighter and more inclusive future. Thank you very much.